sort of thing too. Hi, we're back with Mercy Riot, and you are so adorable. I mean, oh my gosh, you look a little different these days. Like,
just a little bit.
Yeah, Mercy is a living statue. I don't know if you saw any of that footage. We'll show it again, but I mean, people do think you are a statue. You look nothing like you when you are a statue. You know that, right?
Yeah. Oh.
All right, there we go. Yeah, I've been recognized a few times by people out of costume.
Are you serious?
Down while I was over in Seattle, I was working at the Pike Place, so a few of the people who worked there, they'd see me walk by and just be walking a certain way, or they'd catch my eyes, and they'd be like, "Oh, are you?"
Wow. So how long does it take for you to put that costume together? Just if you could just show like a little bit of that video, yeah, because it's amazing. Look at this.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Mercy, what made you do this? What light bulb went off in your head saying, I want to be a living statue?
Well, always liked seeing them in the films and stuff like that, French and Italian films, and one of my favorite singers, Amanda Palmer, she used to do it back in the day, so it got my thing.
Amanda Palmer, isn't she an actress?
She can do that, you know. I bet I could do that. I could totally do that. And then I just got some clothes, got some paint, got some makeup, and threw myself out there.
But Amanda Palmer, isn't she an actress?
She's a singer.
Is
She
there
used to be with
Amanda Palmers?
No, there's
I'm
one
thinking Amanda Plummer.
Yeah, that is an actor.
Yeah, that's Christopher's daughter.
Amanda Palmer,
more
she's
Tilda
the singer for
Swinton.
Dresden Dolls.
Yeah. And they dress all Renaissance-y and stuff like that. I mean, where did you get this? How long does it take you to get dressed like that?
In the beginning, it was taking me about 3 hours because of all the layering of the makeup and doing it myself, reaching the back and stuff. Now I've got it down to about half an hour, 45 minutes.
Right. How long have you been doing this?
About since June.
That's it.
July. I did it like
When it
2 or 3 times before over in San Francisco real quick, and then down in Florida with different costumes.
So wait a minute. So when you're doing this in the heat and you sweat, how does
Not
the
past
makeup?
75 degrees.
So
if it gets too hot, I can't do it.
Yeah, wouldn't the makeup just roll off of you?
That and also the
Clothing.
dress, since it's covered with so many cans of spray paint, just once it gets too hot, you can smell the fumes from it again. So it's one of those, probably not.
So you can't really do indoor events.
If there's air conditioning.
I can do indoor events, but there's just not very much traffic flow from one point to another.
But I'd be curious.
I like parks.
Interesting.
Parks are really nice, and outside markets tend to be my favorite places to do it.
So you are just too adorable. So what were you doing before you turned into a statue? Like, are you a fairy tale? Like, if you touch you, do you like turn into a statue? Or like, did someone say Rumpelstiltskin or something? And I mean, you went from that to this, or this to that. Like, which one is the real you?
She has an actress face.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Very pretty.
Here's me. I was, and still am, I make jewelry and accessories. I remake dolls.
Did you make these?
Yes, make this.
What is this?
This is a spoon pendant.
Is that a bullet?
It's a bullet casing, doll hand, old key tag.
Are you
rose
from
petal
Seattle?
background. No, I'm from Orlando.
You are. So are you like the anti-Disney?
I like Disney.
I
grew
love
up in
Disney.
Orlando. It's fun.
Who's your favorite princess?
Cross between Snow White and The Little Mermaid.
Okay, that works. That totally works. There's Snow White right there. I know. That's my daughter, Harley. And do you know, before she could talk, she sang, "I'm wishing." That was like the first thing she ever said was Snow White. And she used to call her White. Where's White? White? I know. So Snow White is perfect. And your hair is very Little Mermaid-ish. So, so what made you leave Orlando?
It got hot.
And then you went to Seattle? I'm just trying to figure out.
Well, I decided to do this whole get out of Florida, get away from the heat, the horrible, muggy, nasty summer that happens almost all year long, and then just pick up and go traveling. Had some friends over in Seattle. They were like, hey, bring your jewelry out here. You know, you do awesome out here. Totally right. Had a fantastic time out there. And now I'm just going from place to place with the weather.
Wow. Well,
So,
you know,
eternal summer.
that's so cool. You know, I did hear Julio Iglesias in his contract has that he will only perform where it's summer. I know. I thought that was a standout clause. Like, I thought I wouldn't want a clause like that.
That's
Isn't that-
ridiculous.
I know, but I heard that it was like that. But that's not like something you would need.
Nasty weather is just something I
So-
try to avoid at all costs.
So, have you been to New York before?
This is my third year.
Okay. And was it? Does this living statue have a name?
I actually named her Princess Evelyn as a
My
tribute
other grandmother's
to
name is Evelyn.
Amanda Palmer because both her and Jason Webley have a project Evelyn together. And the place that I started with this statue over in Seattle was the Pike Place Market, which is a place that Jason Webley used to perform at before he did anything. So it was one of those.
Have you ever met them?
I met Amanda Palmer once. I haven't met Jason Webley yet.
Do they know how much you adore them?
I think she might have gotten the point.
Okay, good. Because they should. I mean, you know, it's pretty amazing. You're inspired by them, and you're turning into this amazing character. Wow. So what happens? What's your craziest day out there? What do you
Well,
get out
I
of
did
it?
learn one thing about those subway breaks around here. If you're wearing a dress, don't walk over them. Had a nice little breeze come
Marilyn
and
Monroe.
lift the
Yeah.
entire bottom of the skirt all the ways up. So it's just
So they knew you were real.
statue, white legs.
Wow. Oh.
I kind of half wish somebody was able to catch that on camera just
Yeah.
because I can only imagine how hysterical it must have looked to everybody else.
Do you make a lot of money out there?
I make a good amount.
That's so cool. So you blow a lot of kisses.
Yes.
Wow.
Lots of kisses, lots of dances.
Wow.
That's great.
That's great. So you
Self-made
definitely, yeah. So there's no recession in your life.
Not since I started doing things for myself. The whole regular job, those things never work out well for me.
Yeah, I know. Because
They
you've
kinda
got,
worship me
what
on
is the
time.
blood I said we have? We have that rock and roll freak blood. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, you're inspiring to me. I mean, I just am mesmerized by what you do. It's pretty amazing. Where do you go next?
Well, I'm about to go take a side trip down to Florida to see all my friends because Halloween, you know, you gotta be around your friends and families for the holiday, and
What are you going to be for Halloween?
that I'm not even sure yet. I might just use the living statue for my Halloween costume because nobody down in Florida has
Seen her.
seen it because it's so hot down there. I usually don't come up with my stuff until like a
Yeah.
few days before when I'm actually around all of my clothes and can just go digging and then just toss
Sure.
something together.
You
But
could make
whatever it
a
is,
lot of
it's
money on
fun.
Halloween, actually.
Yeah, probably. You might. Yeah, you just might. But like, yeah. So, would you share a skeleton from your closet with us? It is. National Pumpkin Day, and I would love.
Well, I need to think of a skeleton in my closet that won't get my ass kicked.
Well, that's true. We don't want any ass kicking, that's for sure.
As long as it doesn't get you killed or arrested.
Yeah, we don't want
Yeah.
that.
Those are really the only skeletons I have.
I love it.
I do too. Any little thing that is like a tame skeleton?
I'm pretty batshit crazy, but I don't think that's really a secret.
You're what, crazy?
Pretty batshit crazy, but I don't think that's a secret or anything.
It doesn't have to be a secret. A little story. Have you ever had like anything happen to you like that might have been a mistake and then it ends up being like the best thing that ever happened?
An embarrassing.
Kind of. A few years back, I was doing the whole travel across the U.S. thing, and while I was over in Cali, I ended up falling about 40 feet from a tree and shattering my lower spine, and ended up having to have a surgery, putting a bunch of rods and screws up in there, and the healing time was for 6 months in this stormtrooper type vest, and then another 6 months just taking a daisy. But, you know, as much as that part sucked, Bisected Beauty, the jewelry that I make, because I had nothing to do but just lay there, couldn't get a job or anything, I just delved into that and started making more and more stuff. And because of that whole backbreaking episode, I was able to find ways to make money for myself instead of having to go find jobs and do this and do that. That was a... You know,
You're another person. I want to be you when I grow up. Have a pretzel. It's National Pretzel Day. I mean, it's such inspiring stories. Wow. So, how would people find you? Do you do private events? Have you ever been hired to?
A few people have wanted to hire me for private events, but
You're not into it.
just
Anti-corporation.
seem like
Caged in.
yeah.
Atmosphere's free.
Half the time, I don't even know what time I'm gonna get somewhere, or if I'm even gonna go. It's one of those. Oh, wake up!
Sponsor.
Or I'll go out there.
Good for you. Obviously, you never had a kid.
Oh no.
Exactly. That's
Those are
the word
terrifying.
thing. Well, you know, just spontaneity. You kind of live
It
your life.
doesn't inhibit
That's
you.
the word that I definitely realized changed.
Yes.
I know. So, is there a last shout out? Anything you want to say? Do. Website.
For Princess Evelyn, there's a Facebook that I just started up for her. That is Statues of Mercy.
Okay.
Mercy.
Yeah.
Statues.
Mercy Riot.
And then I also, for the jewelry that I do, is Facebook for Bisected Beauty. There's also an Etsy for that, but I've been putting everything up in stores, so I don't really have that many pictures up on that right now. But that's pretty much it.
Thank you.
So.
Thank you so much. We'll be back with Patty Rothberg.
All right.
All right.
Make you feel brand new. Our guests will inspire you. Yes, and through your ruin.